it's me, Moody Boo, the fragrant nomad, back with you. Do, 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 do. I don't know what that was. It was weird. I had a moment. So another You Pick review coming up here. This is the second place. It was close, at least for a while it was. Winner of the 4th Annual Moody Poll. So the second place winner was Sweet Dreams Are Made of This. Who am I to disagree? I traveled the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Okay, I'm done with that. So, you know, you can't really test any of these unless I think you can go to possibly Perfumed Court, one of those decant sites, and you might be able to get a sample of this. You're going to pay a lot though at those sites. You're going to pay a lot extra to get those samples. But House of Sillage doesn't really do samples, which kind of pisses me off because it makes everybody blind buy everything. Now that's a really good financial strategy because I'm just stupid enough to do that kind of shit. But not everybody can afford to blind buy a $400 bottle of perfume. Just saying. Wasn't quite 400, but it was spendy. So I just think that's kind of shitty on their part. They should have samples. They should let people make their own decisions. But they don't. So we're moving on because I blind bought it, of course. And it had a lot to do with the notes. But look at the bottle. Come on now. Little gummies and a cherry on top of an actual cupcake. Because you know their bottles are called cupcakes. This is one of the first to me that actually looks like a cupcake. Now, as far as the scent goes, well, let me tell you the notes, and I'm going off at House of Sillage's website. So the top notes are peach nectar, orange sanguine, Davana, heart notes, narcotic osmanthus, gotta get that fucker into rehab, Indian jasmine, rum, and it has smell the taste in parentheses. I don't know what that means. Base notes are amberwoods, Indonesian patchouli, and cedarwood atlas. Oh, atlas, cedarwood. Cedarwood atlas? I don't know, are they going full Yoda on us and putting the first words in the back and the back words in the first? Unsure I am. So anyway, when I saw those notes, of course the peach kind of turned me off, but I'm warming up to peach a little bit. Again, I like the candied peach, the sweet, juicy peach, or the very realistic peach. But a lot of the peach out there is dry, it's boring, and if you've eaten a really good peach, it is never dry and it's never boring. So, but this one is okay. I'm okay with it. I don't get a lot of peach, but I can tell it's in there. The orange, okay, rewind. When I first sprayed this, I was disappointed. Well, okay, untrue. First, I was excited because I was like, ooh, cake batters and gummy bears. That's what I smell. But then it got really powdery. So then it evolved so much that I was having 2 perfumes in one because the cake batter gummy bear mixture kind of went the wayside and this super beautiful, fruity, a little boozy and a little floral kind of action started to come out. I was like, where the fuck did this come from? I wasn't expecting this, especially from when it started, because it smelled like cake batter. Cake batter has that sweet and tangy smell to it, and unless it's a chocolate cake, it doesn't really matter what kind of cake you're baking. Ooh, a bacon cake. That sounds kind of good. Actually, I love sweet with bacon. My husband made me some chocolate. Looks like Reese's Cups, but it's just chocolate with crispy bacon baked into it, or mixed into it. Oh my God, it was so good. I'm in love with that. That might be my new favorite candy is chocolate bacon. Anywho, squirrel. Cake batter though, a white cake, a yellow cake, I don't think it really matters. They have this sweet, tangy kind of a smell to them. And there's a hint of powdery in there because it's powder that's mixed with moisture, you know, to make the cake batter. And a lot of times you'll have these little pockets, these little bubbles of powder that sometimes will burst until you get it mixed well. And that's what I smell. I smell some of those powdery bursts, bubble bursts, and the moist cake batter with like gummy bears sprinkled into it. So interesting. But I was like, $400? Am I paying for the bottle alone? I don't know. I'm thinking I did. And then it dried down. And I was like, I was testing. I had gotten 4 perfumes with this because I got 2 free because I bought this one and Ruby Rain. And so I was testing a couple of other of the perfumes I had gotten at the same time. And I was like, ooh, I'm smelling something kind of fruity, something a little floral, something I'm liking. And I was thinking it was one of the other perfumes. But when I checked my arm, it was not. It was this one. Then the intrigue returned. I was like, what? What's happening here? So now I started off, I really liked it. Now I was like disappointed. And now I'm like loving it. I love the dry down. It's frivolous. It's festive. It's youthful. It doesn't take itself very seriously at all. But it's incredible. I love it now. And it's not just because I, sold an arm and a kidney to get it. It's because of the aroma. The way it evolves just drew me in. And, I really, really love it. And I'm not sure why. Because it's not extremely unique. But I don't have other perfumes that really smell like it either. Now I'm going to spray a little more on because it's been several hours since I sprayed it. So it's got that gorgeous dry down going on there. Yep, definitely that powdery cake batter gummy bear vibe at the very beginning. And that now is my least favorite part of the perfume. It's that deep dry down. Because in the deep dry down, that's when I get more of the orange, and I get the osmanthus, I get the jasmine, a little bit of rum, and the deep dry down, those woods come out. Now I don't really get a lot of patchouli, and I love patchouli, but I don't get much here. So if you're really opposed to patchouli, don't even worry about it with this one, in my opinion. Because it's more about the woods and the earthiness that comes into play as opposed to individual notes, whether it's amber woods, patchouli, cedarwood. It's just this beautiful addition of these gorgeous woody notes. And at the very beginning, once that cake batter and the gummy bear smell starts to calm down, that's when I get the rum the most, but it's super fleeting. It only lasts maybe 10 minutes when I actually can smell the rum. Then it just kind of mixes with the other notes. But once it dries down, that rum really tames down, and it just adds to the nuance of the perfume and the deep dry down. You can't really get rum anymore, in my opinion, once it dries down. It's all about the woods, the fruit, and the flowers. And I am crazy about it. Besides, come on now. The little girl in me is loving this frickin' bottle. I'm going to have to update my favorite bottles because I did that one top 10 years back, or at least a couple years back. And I've gotten a lot more perfumes with really cute bottles since then, so I may have to update that top 10 favorite bottles. The bottle's super cute. I hate these caps. I hate getting them off. They're kind of a drag, because you really got to yank them. They have a good seal, and you really got to yank them, so you have to have a good grip on this lid, or the fucker's going to go flying away. Just saying. As far as the bottle itself, it's beautiful. We all know that. Once you take the cap off, there's nothing really to write home about. Good sprayer. It has a nice fine mist, which is my favorite kind of mist. And on the underside of the cap, it has House of Sillage Sweet Dreams on there. It's got Sweet Dreams around the edge there, you can see with all the little jewels. It's got House of Sillage, and it's so freaking cute. All those Swarovski crystals surrounded by gummy bears. Yeah, I like this one. I almost bought the lemon one because I wanted both bottles. I still may get lemon chiffon, I think it is. But I don't know. The perfume notes just don't sound as good as this one. So I don't know if I'm going to pop for it or not. If it goes on sale, I probably will. This one I had to get right now. And even like the cherry has a little stem on top. Love. So anyway, yes, my inner child has been greatly satisfied with buying this perfume, except for it is not, it makes me feel youthful, but it is not a young perfume. This is not a perfume that I would expect to smell on a teenager or 20-something. This has more maturity to it, but at the same time, you can tell that it's playful and that it wants you to feel playful. And it does. It works. That cake batter stage, the very beginning, it projects really well. And part of it is because it feels that powdery feel to it. I feel like it goes out beyond arm's length. But then once it dries down, it seems to come in and stay right about arm's length, maybe a little less. It leaves a good sillage. I have walked into my scent on occasion. It lasts for me easily 8 hours. Did I already say that? Am I getting sometimers disease again? Anyway, it easily lasts for me 8 hours. And do I think it's worth it? That's a tough one. The perfume by itself is not worth a $400 price tag. But when you add it with this bottle, I mean, this is a collector's bottle. For me, it was. For other people, it may not be. So I would recommend sniffing out the perfume first, going on Perfume Court, or what's that other one? I can't remember the other website, but there's several websites out there where you can buy decants and samples and stuff, so you can check it out for yourself before you spend that kind of money. Obviously, I think it's pretty feminine because of the playfulness of it. But there is no reason why a masculine personality couldn't be playful as well. So I recommend it for anybody, but it will feel more on the feminine side. I think you could wear this year-round. Absolutely, you could wear this year-round. The powdery stage, I think you'd have to be careful in heat because that might have an issue. But once it dries down to that juicy, fruity, floral, woody kind of a stage, I don't see there's any problem. I think that this would be a great one for going out clubbing because it is playful, and that's kind of what you're doing at a club, is playing, you know, dancing, chit-chatting, having a good time. Absolutely a good time kind of perfume. There is no sexy to it at all. So I seriously doubt any partner would go nutsoid of this being on their partner and get motivated for extra activities, is all I'm saying. I think you could wear this during the day with 1 or 2 sprays. But you'd have to be careful. Again, you'd have to wait until that powdery kind of stage settled down a little bit, in my opinion anyway. So, okay, have I hit everything? I think I have. I got this obviously off of House of Sillage's website, and it was not on sale. Paid full retail. I hate when I have to do that, but I had to. For me, it was worth it. For you, it may not be. So be careful in making a huge splurge like this on a blind buy. That's all I'm saying. It could be risky. It's a gamble. Well, I guess that's it. And thank you for being here. Did I told you what I'm going to be doing next yet? Have I told you? Well, this was the second winner of the 4th Annual Moody Poll. I didn't just post the 5th Annual Moody Poll. So be sure to go on my community page and vote and help me decide what order I'm doing these in. I am going to be doing some top 10s, some top 5s. Again, I'm going to challenge myself to do top 10 in 10. I want to shorten that shit down, but I don't know how successful I'll be, but we'll see. So, okay, well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much. And don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell and comment if you want. If you don't, it's all good. I still love you. And use your own nose. Peace.